5-factor, there's no factor analysis, but 5-factor PAS now that he's coming up with. And so let's pull Bill up, and I say that he is degrading the quality of mental health services in the family courts by creating new forms of pathology. He says there's a new form of pathology. So let's get a discussion about that. Let's get a closure on this parental alienation thing. So let's put up an online discussion, Bill Burnett on one side, me on the other. Everybody can look at it and everybody can decide what to do to move forward. But ultimately, I think the final and the real debate would be between Dr. Childress and a forensic psychologist. I'd recommend Robin Deutsch, big wig in the forensic psychology field. Stahl and Simon wrote the book on forensic psychology. So let's get a law school to host a debate. I'd like to see the law students society, maybe with the psych students over at the same university, host an online moderated debate between Dr. Childress and a forensic psychologist, Robin Deutsch, regarding the role of clinical psychology versus forensic psychology in the family courts. Let's get everybody looking at that. And so that's the issue. We need to stop fighting about everything. I'm not here to abuse children and no, I'm here to be helpful. And we need to stop fighting about these children and everything. And it's part of the adversarial system within the courts because of opposing counsel and everything. And the legal system needs to look at that. So the legal system and the mental health system need to kind of come together and figure out how we interact better. The legal system has to take down the conflict in the family courts to a degree, and the opposing counsels have to have a greater structure on understanding that they're dealing with child abuse here. And if they mislead the court somehow and do their lawyer tricks, they're actually contributing to the child abuse. They're keeping the child with a child abuser by doing their legal tricks. And so the legal system has to understand that. And again, that's why a pilot program for the family courts is so wonderful, because you develop the diagnostic assessment protocol, you develop the treatment protocol, DBT with Sue Johnson and EFT, and you can develop the legal arguments that support that. So both sides in the family courts know what's going to happen when this pathology enters the family courts. And we shouldn't be surprised. There's narcissistic, borderline, dark personalities in our population. They are high conflict people, and they are going to explode at divorce. They're going to try to manipulate the child and use the child to gain leverage and manipulate the court's decisions and retaliate against the other parent for the divorce. We know that. So let's prepare for it. And when it comes in, we already have the structures in place to prepare for it.